Alright everyone, today's dreaducation video is on how long your hair should be to get dreads. A lot of people will say like, hey, my hair is touching my eyebrows, is it long enough to get dreads? Like, technically, yes, you could back comb when your hair is like 2-3 inches long, but should you is the question that I'm going to be answering. Because even though you physically can back comb your hair when it's that length, I don't think you should. Personal preference and opinion, I think that short dreads look pretty stupid. You may disagree, but that's fine. This is just my opinion. I think that like I don't know. I just think like because if your hair's like this long, and you start backcombing, you're gonna have little nubs sticking up off your head, and it just doesn't look good. Like Otto Rocket had hair like that, and he made it look cool. But in real life, it like doesn't ever look cool on people. I don't think. I think you need to grow your hair out to I tell people about 8 or 9 inches, right past the shoulder. Mine was about right here when I first backcombed, and my bangs weren't quite that long. My bangs were combed over, and they're about like right here. But that was still long enough, it wasn't short. So I think wait, because I mean, if you're gonna get dreads, you need patience, and if you don't have the patience to grow your hair out before you dread it, you're not gonna have the patience to wait for your hair to lock up nicely. You know what I mean? You'll end up backing up, or you end up cutting your hair about 2-3 month mark, probably. I mean, that's what I see happen all the time. People get dreads too soon, then they don't stick it out. You need to have the patience to grow your hair out, and then you need to have the patience to wait for your dreads to lock up nicely. Um, And just other advice if you are growing your hair out, because I know a lot of people who have just wanted to grow their hair longer and they end up quitting because it gets to this awkward stage. The awkward stage is just like a little past the ear. Um, because when it's shorter, you can just kind of do this thing and you got all of it swooping one way. But eventually, you got to find a part. So like mine's like right here. So when I was growing my hair out, when it's shorter, I always do the little side flip thing. But eventually, you're gonna have to find your part as it starts getting longer, as it starts getting a little past the ear. So if you're growing your hair out, like start finding that part so that way it's not like always in your face and stuff. And then from there, grow your hair out. When it's touching the shoulders, a little past the shoulders, um, that's when you're ready to back comb. I think you should wait. Like I said, I just think it looks kind of foolish when people have these little dinky dreads. They don't. It just doesn't look. I don't know. It just looks silly. So have the patience to wait to grow it out when it's a little past the shoulders. In my opinion, I think that's the appropriate length to start. That or longer. I think that's like the minimum length that you should have before you back home.